So there was You Can Book Me and a couple of other programs. But what I loved about You Can Book Me at the time was the simplicity of it. It was just so simple, the ease of use. And I'm like, wow, this works perfectly for us. We could put out all of our list of services so our clients could see exactly what options they wanted. And it was just so easy and seamless.
I am here with Angela Princewill from AP Lawyers, who's very kindly agreed to be part of our customer showcase. Thanks very much, Angela. Hello.
Hi, the pleasure is mine.
Tell us a bit about what you do.
So, AP Lawyers, we're a family law firm that specializes in just family law. We have offices for our clients' convenience around Pickering. So, we have an office in Pickering, we have one in downtown Toronto, and in Oakville, and also an office in Markham. A lot of obviously post-pandemic, a lot of our work is done online, but we try to make sure that we are available to meet our clients where they need us. So we do provide everything, a wide range of family law services. We specialize just on family law. And so from litigation to, all different options for alternate dispute resolution and collaborative family law, straight out negotiations. If there's anything that involves a family trying to get married or get separated, we're your go-to for that.
Tell me a little bit about what motivates you. What do you really get out of what you do?
In terms of the problem, I actually do have a problem I'm in love with in my practice. Actually, it's the problem of getting people to buy into the idea of cohabitation agreements and marriage contracts.
Hmm.
And this is driven. So our mission at our firm is we want to help make family lives better, especially for people going through a transition.
Mm.
You literally you don't want to have a car accident, but you plan, you get insurance, you pay into it, sometimes for 2 3 decades, and you never even make a claim. So that's kind of that's the problem I have. I'm trying to get people to buy into this concept of having that cohabitation agreement or that marriage contract, for those that are going straight into getting married. And it's always exciting for me. I always say, well, goodbye forever. Like, you're never going to see me again. You've done the hard work and now it's gone.
Gosh, I mean, I can just see that you're obviously very motivated by trying to prevent people from being hurt. But back to the way you've organized your business practice, what keeps you up at night?
In terms of how we organize things, I'm always thinking about how can we be better? How can we meet our clients' needs better?
Hmm.
That's just what keeps me up at night in terms of the operations perspective. And lots of things are, I mean, there's with AI coming up, how can we incorporate that to serve our clients better? Because I know once we provide good service, then obviously the benefits would come to us. We know that. So I want to focus on the clients and
Hmm.
how we can be better.
But tell me about your clients. Like, what happens if your clients aren't respectful of your values and behave in a way that you don't like? Do you have the flip side when you're like, whoa, hang on a second, we are a practice that behaves like this. Sorry, we're not doing that.
Yes, unfortunately, we've had to fire a few clients sometimes. I mean, hey, respect is a two-way street. We will respect you. We understand we're not going to fire you because you were rude the one time, but if it's persistent, then at some point, we would decide that the relationship isn't working. We've been blessed. This is not something that happens often, but it does. And so as part of our retainer paperwork, it's written in there that if there's a breakdown in the relationship, then
Mm,
we reserve the right to say we don't want to work with clients
mm.
anymore.
You were talking about innovation. So my next question is about what tools are you using? In what other ways have you brought innovation into your firm?
I think the example I like to brag about would be the before the pandemic. So we had always had this, the thought for us had always been work is something that we do, not a place that we go to. So I would often tell my team, like, if you're working from Tim Hortons or Timbuktu, I don't care, so long as obviously you're not logging into a public network. So very early on, we made sure we had work assigned laptops because we didn't want people going and working from home on their own computers for security reasons. But we had all of these in place. We had like our phones were virtual. We just had all of this set up. So when the pandemic happened and it was
Didn't miss a
time to
beat.
shut down, we just closed our everyone just went home. It was just like a Friday that everyone decided they weren't going to come to work on Monday. But we were already offering virtual consultations on Zoom. So it was second nature for us.
But it sounds to me like as a law firm, innovation is an important thing for you. You don't want to do things that are unnecessary or irrelevant or old-fashioned anymore. You are actually pushing forward with a modern system.
You said it perfectly. We don't want to do anything that's unnecessary and irrelevant. So even when we're dealing with clients that are, on the higher end spectrum of, resources, it's still monies that people worked hard for
Mm.
that they intended to go to their families. The client that's worth $10 million, their money is just as important to me as the people that are worth $100,000 because the idea behind most families is
Mm.
it's money for us, it's money for our children.
Mm.
And so the least we can have them spend to get to the results that they want is always my goal. And so if I can cut out all the fat to get there, that's what I try to do.
And tell me about how you get new clients. Is it all word of mouth?
So word of mouth is a big one. And then we're online a lot. So we're putting out content. We have ads that are going out.
Oh, so you use
Uh,
Google Ads. You're
we
advertising to
use
your
we,
to a local area in Canada.
yes.
So moving on to You Can Book Me, because I could see that you're using You Can Book Me to schedule clients in for a consultation. So, and you've been using us for about 5 years, which is wonderful, Angela. Thank you very much for putting your trust in us for almost exactly 5 years. Why did you start using You Can Book Me? Tell me a bit more about how you use it and what's been your experience.
I looked at a few different programs, and again, it was this whole idea of speed. So someone's there in the middle of the night. They want to, book this consultation with the lawyer. Maybe they really need to talk to someone tomorrow, and we're free tomorrow. So you know what? Go. We have a team of 5 lawyers. There might be someone that's available. I wanted them to be able to book that without necessarily having to wait the next
Mm.
day to talk to a receptionist. So there was You Can Book Me and a couple of other programs. But what I loved about You Can Book Me at the time was the simplicity of it. It was just so simple, the ease of use. And I'm like, wow, this works perfectly for us. We could put out all of our list of services so our clients could see exactly what options they wanted. And it was just so easy and seamless. And you know what's the credit to you guys is I still think it's one of the best and easiest programs to use. Like people send me other things sometimes when I'm trying to book meetings with people, but I'm like, why are they using this? But I liked how you could kind of see the services first,
Hmm.
and then you saw the service providers all in the one page, and then you move to their calendars. Like I find that some other programs don't have the same flow.
Hmm.
So I mean, I've been using YouCanBookMe for years, so clearly you know that we love it. And then I love the integration that allowed clients to pay us right in there.
Hmm.
And that helped us, reduce. We used to have two receptionists at one point because clients would come into the office and then one person is trying to answer the phone and another is trying to take, their documents and trying to like now we just cut all of that out. Follow up. So I love because you guys send the follow up emails to the clients for us.
Hmm.
The email includes what we want from our clients. So we need ID. So we tell them this is how we want you to send us the ID. They do that, and then they can actually pay on You Can Book Me. And so, well, I mean, do I need to say anything more? We're getting paid.
I've got one last question before I go to my would you rather, I think, which is that if you, what was the best piece of business advice you were ever given when you started your practice 10 years ago? Would it be the same advice you would give to other people, or what other advice would you give?
Well, the best piece of advice I was given is just to just recognize that it was a practice and just to learn and grow with it every day. So my mentor had told me that, and just was like, take it easy, be kind to yourself. It's a practice. Just never stop learning, never stop growing. Interestingly, yesterday I was speaking with someone introduced a person to me that was starting her own family law firm in the area as well. And that's exactly what I told her.
Well, if I were you, if I was her, I'd be listening to you, given the fact that you've won your, your top award every year for the last 10 years. And exceptional, and as well wonderful to hear you mentoring other newbies into your sector, where some old folk might think of that as competition or feel defensive, but for you to actually expand your professional practice as well as your law practice is wonderful to hear. Right,
Mhm.
last questions, which is the would you rather. Would you rather speak at a huge conference, an awards ceremony or something like that, or make a
Yes.
new sale, get a new client?
I mean, a part of me wants to make a new sale, but then I think I would rather speak at a large conference just because I would reach a lot of people and maybe just maybe one day one of them would be a client, but if nothing, I'll be able to get my message out, and I think that's important.
Would you rather be known for product quality or customer service?
That is so hard. I think
It's a trick
I
question,
might
really.
want to say product quality just because we're lawyers, so the result really matters, right? So
Mm.
the knowing the law is what I'm thinking when you say product quality. So we really need to know the law. But again, we're family law lawyers. We customer service is so important. Like we really need to
You need to be
be there and
both.
hold their hands a little bit more than maybe other areas of law. So
You kind of sort of say all things being equal, what do you want to be known for? And I think at the beginning you were saying that you wanted to be known for the fact that you really care about the human experience of people coming into your
yes,
office, and that it's their human experience that matters, and the relationship
yes,
building, and you helping them get through this really, really difficult period of their lives rather than just chucking the law at them.
I agree. Now, when you put it that way, it makes it simple. So it's clear we have to be customer service. Like you're
Well,
right. There's
that's
okay,
what that
yes,
sounds
then
like.
definitely the human side always trumps.
I'll be your PR consultant from now on.
Thank you.